I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies. Today we're going to look at the Titan EX limbs from Fivics. Now Fivics make a whole bunch of recurve archery stuff, arrows, bows, limbs, but they're famous for their limbs. Their limbs and recurves, you'll see lots of people in the Olympics using Fivics. But my question is, how do these limbs compare to this limb? This is the top of the line Win and Win MXT. And this limb, the wireless NS foam limb. So these limbs are all $1,000 limbs. So let's shoot them and compare them. Now, prior to doing this video, we've shot a video and we've compared the speeds of these. So these Titan limbs are 68.44. So we're going to check the poundage at my draw length, 28.5. Now, the MXT limb is 44 pound also. Through the chronograph, shot 225 feet per second at 47 pounds. The NS limb is a 42 pound limb. It was 46 pounds at my draw length and it shot 210 feet per second. So the question is, what is the Titan limb going to shoot at and what's it going to be like at my draw length? Okay, so we've fitted the Fivics Titan limbs to the bow, so we're going to try the draw length out and see what the poundage comes to at 28.5. Now just to recap, the MX10 limbs came in at 47 pounds and the wireless NSG limbs came in at 46 pounds. So about here, it's getting really heavy. Oh. So it's like it hits a wall and you can't pull any further. 50 pounds. Now the Titan limbs start off probably a little bit harder than the NSGs, but nowhere near the strength of the MX10 limbs to physically draw. So it's kind of a bit of a cross, but when it hits the wall, these limbs hit the wall. It's like you cannot pull any further. So it's hitting, I'm not saying it's like it's stacked, but it's like it's hit a wall and you can't pull any further. And that's why the poundage is really going up. So let's shoot it through the chronograph. So just to recap, the NSG limbs were shooting at 210 and the MX10 limbs we're shooting 225. So you'd guess these limbs are going to be under 225 because they don't build up as much at the start, but they're definitely going to be faster than SGs because they're holding a lot more weight. I'm going to say they probably build a little bit more weight as well. So you're going to be looking at, you know, the mid under the 220s. It says 218, but let's try it again. That's not right, that says 209. .216, that's better. That's where I'd expect these limbs to be. They're definitely not the MX10 limbs. I can't feel the pain in my shoulders. But when you get to that draw length, when you get to the clicker point, you feel it in the fingers. .215. So again, these limbs are very similar to the NSGs, but they've got more wool at the back end, hence the 50 pound. I find them quite comfortable to shoot. I find they come off my fingers, the string comes off my fingers really well. .217. Now I always have a bare shaft in my quiver. Now what I noticed with the MX10 limbs, these arrows, which are 600 spine, were coming through slightly weak. Now I don't think it really affected groups that much, but given these limbs are a bit slower, I reckon they'll be okay. And it's pretty much on the money. So that's a Titan EX limb from Fivics, top of the range limb. Look, I think they look great. Good qualities. I have never had a warranty return from Fivics. I've never had a limb returned. Good quality limbs. Pricing's good. The price on the market well. They feel nice to shoot. They feel crisp off the fingers. And I'm going to say it's more towards the NSG limb from Win & Win is going to be where this limb sits, but more of a wall than the NSG limb. But they feel rather nice. So I think what I'll do is I'll shoot these limbs for a bit, and we'll see what sort of scores I shoot with them. I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Thanks for watching.